That guy in the red shirt.
Testing 1, 2. She still works, boys.
Hey man, that's about it, man. Won't you go on back your business?
Fuck you, you don't need to let him go fucking flying everyone else.
I ain't gonna try to stop you, but you take the fucking I don't have to worry about none of that.
Hey, yo, stop!
Get the fuck out here! Get out!
Break it off! Stop! Break it off!
You guys keep the peace, come on, what the hell?
You caused this! This is your action! You did this! I told you all day you were gonna do this! And you do it! Your action!
You swing on me like you did the money back. Hey, back off
That's on you, sir!
Well, what are the words?
That's my own thing. He's not coming back. I've been helping him. I've been trying to keep the peace. I've been telling him. All day he's having this win. And then red shirts start talking nice to everybody.
That's not our feet. We got your back, you want to go. We'll be your fucking guard.
I know, but you were drowning everyone out. You antagonized. What you say? I'm trying to tell you to put my name down. So everyone can fucking hear it. It's your action. Your target. Let him go! Let him go!
Get the fuck out! Let him go!
Let him go!
Let him go!
Let him go!
Get no way out! Would you preach the Jesus?
Let him go!
Let him go!
The devil!
This is on you! This is on you!
Talk about you don't believe in hate!
You caused it!
Fucking move! Move out the fucking way! All that shit! Move out the way! Stop!
Hey, get out! Get out! Get out! Get out!
Hey man, point that barrel down. Get that barrel down to the ground. Get your barrel down to the ground, man. Take your barrel down to the ground.
That's legal goddamn assault.
That's right, but take your barrel to the ground. Come on.
Get out, bro. Control your weapon. Control your weapon.
Time to love each other. Stop the violence. Love one another. Out of love for God. Love God and seek Him. Love Him above everything else. Love your neighbor as yourself. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That's what Jesus said.
Firework!
Let them leave. Let them leave.
What the fuck I'm doing?
See you came back to the party place.
Let's fight.
I see you came back.
What y'all just people do that shit? Who do that?
Everything's peaceful.
two sides are basically playing dodgeball with a smoke grenade.
Everyone, let's keep this peaceful.
Fuck your racism! Fuck you, you Nazi motherfucker!
He told me to go back to Africa.
Fuck you! Nazi motherfucker!
Hey!
Nazi motherfucker!
He told me to go back to Africa.
Fuck you!
You talked about us making an African American. You talked about race realism, separating the races, dude.
One trash motherfucker! One trash motherfucker, come here!
You tried to. I got pepper sprayed out here.
What carrying that? What carrying? Well, what hillbilly carrying that? She done ran. She done ran.
Man, I used to have a bike similar to that one. Yeah, I know. He knows his song, man. He knows himself, too. Hey! That's assault on a home. That's death right there. That's suitable death when you pick your car. That's extension racism in Georgia. We can shoot you for that. Y'all need to watch y'all fucking shit. You hit me, I'll shoot you. You hit me, I'm gonna defend myself for this.
Yeah, I'll fucking bite your head off.
You hit me, I'm gonna defend myself for this.
Fucking jugular.
I promise you, you hit me, I'm gonna shoot you.
I'll eat your balls for breakfast.
You ain't got no vest on your head, bro.
Sorry.
That's all they do. You talking about you gonna shoot, bro? You ain't got no vest on their head, bro.
Got my beautiful black skin burning.
My bad. That's what I got at the house. Yeah, that's what we got. And he got the ammo on.
That's a 40 cal Beretta. It does a hell of a lot of damage.
I know.
I ain't worried about a Glock.
So we should don't worry about it. I'm not worried. I said, you got to shoot real good.
Where? Give me a unit number. Did. That's stolen valor. Next.
I did.
Where? I doubt it. They wouldn't have you. They wouldn't have you.
Why don't they have me?
7 hours for Chuck.
Gotta wipe that with an X on
I fucking hate pedophilia. I don't hate Jews, I hate pedophilia. Oh, you said what? Man, okay. Separating people by races is never a solution. And you cannot blame all problems on an Alabama flag. That is a scapegoat argument, dude. Take your mask off.
My bad, I'm watching your video, my bad.
Trying to get the trucks out of here. Y'all cut some tires. Move out the way, man. I have no credence to these people anymore. I'm trying to be out here in good faith. Fuck, man, I'm out here getting pepper spray and getting guns pointed at me.
Hey, y'all want to get back in the truck? You're welcome.
Where you headed to? Hey, move out the way. I ain't trying to retreat. Hey, move out the way. Oh, let him retreat. Let him retreat.
He needs shit out of the way. We gon' flip this bitch, you'll move this shit. We gon' flip this bitch, you'll move this shit.
This ain't 1864, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here. Let's do it, man. That was me. Let's go.
We gon' flip this bitch out on move that shit. We gon' flip this bitch out on move that shit.
Watch the truck, guys.
How your lip feel? How your lip feel? I knocked your ass out. How your lip feel? How you got a bad
Retreat. Get away. Spit on my face. Who you with? Who you with?
How your lip feel, fuck?
Salute, brother. I see you out here doing your
He provoked that shit. He told me to do push-ups. He told me to do push-ups because I'm small. He didn't give a shit about being hard. He spit in my face. He told me to do push-ups. I'm not taking sides. Oh, he's gonna make fun of me. He's down. Fuck me up.
I'm not taking sides. I'm not taking sides, but this is what they're doing.
Hey, who's there? Who's there? You do realize that every single government agency believes it's literally only trying to do way smarter than that. I'm not saying you are. I'm saying this is my hometown.
Oh. Squad of rifles. All right, only took about 5 hours for this to happen, but the cops showed up. So I'm gonna go take a little peek at the riot cops. I don't know, it must have taken them a while to get dressed or something.
I am Chief Trout of Snowmont Police Department. It is time for you to disperse, or you will be arrested for disorderly conduct. Please leave at this time. Media. Please leave at this time. I gave the last order. You need to leave at this time. Disperse.
With a gun? Yeah, why don't you get all racist at?
Watch that finger. Watch that finger. Watch that finger.
Let's go, move, Johnny Derringer, move! Hey, Shotgun Sally, move! Move! Let's go, everybody move! Move! Everybody move! No shit, I'm still standing here. No shit. Chris.
Hell no, they don't!
You guys gotta get your boy. This way.
Why they come out here with all these white folks out here?
It's not working. Walk away. Look at all y'all pussy ass bitches. Just walk away.
Hear that? Got a goddamn shotgun talking about shooting people, putting them out of their fucking misery with a shotgun, man. See that? See what I'm talking about?
You don't need your hand on that gun, man.
I got my hand. Shut the fuck up.
That's what I'm saying, man. I didn't come here to fucking get into a goddamn gunfight with somebody rolling around with a fucking shotgun talking about you're gonna kill somebody.
You gonna do something? Oh, look, man. See what I'm saying? We don't protect you. How y'all protecting us? Snap! I'm gonna do shit! Man, fuck this bullshit, man. Look at this pussy ass bitch right here. The damn cops come up there, man. They go out there and attack us, man.
She come back peace. She come for peace. Will she love shame? Slavery.
We get to the road and we wheel. We wheel and push down the road. Are you clear?
He's still there. This riot spot seems to have missed it, so I'm going to go back to him.
My brother, hey, you shake my hand.
Thank you. I'm just trying to make
Hey, man, yeah, just get out
work
here,
together,
man.
then we can make move mountains.
Yeah, man. See you right
Well,
there?
we can't
man.
River.
What's your name, brother?
Chris.
Chris and Fred, man. Nice to meet you.
Like I said, river move mountains, streams, and streams.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, if you guys can help me get my truck up. Y'all want to ride back down your truck? Hey, man. He's still a bitch. Back away. Yeah, Alabama stands for Georgia.
Yeah, she said she helped very quickly. And then probably about 10 minutes later.
Stay alive!
You want me to get behind? Okay, you got it.
I'm crying. All right, anybody need a ride back to the truck, jump in mine. Y'all are right here, right? Yeah, I'm sorry that back there. You're over that way. You got it now, brother. I'm trying to get some of these guys in the truck so I can get them out here.
Forward! March, let's go! Everyone's got to move! Shotgun Sally, you got to move too. Come on, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Come on, let's go! Let's go! You can walk out and around! Let's go!
I'm trying to get them in my truck.
Let's go!
Once I got everybody moving.
Let's go! Come on, people, let's go! Move! Let's move!
Riding back to him.
Get up in it! Let's go! Pull this way. Yeah, that's it. Come on, move in. You all need to move!
Y'all better tell them to move. That's what y'all better do. Y'all better tell them to move.
Line up! Red truck, move! If we don't move this truck, I'm gonna tow it!
Move!
Tow it! Tow it! Tow it now!
Come on, y'all need to move! Let's go! Everyone leave, we can all go home! Let's go!
Oh, yeah.
Come on, let's go!
I'm the one talking. Yeah, I'm the one talking. Talking about killing people. I'm not killing people with a shotgun. I'm talking about killing people with a shotgun. I'm talking about killing people with a shotgun. I got video of that shit. Got video.
I got it. Thank you.
Watch your step, sir.
Let's go! I'm standing right there. There you go. Please go, you walking, motherfucker. You walking. I'm not creating you this threat. You walking, motherfucker. Let's go, stay online. Okay, the DIQ's got to go too. Let's go! Let's go, let's go! Sir, let's go, come on! Let's go! Y'all cut into my Saturday, let's go! 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 Alright, push! Let's go. Walk this way, walk around. Sir, go this way, take a right.
Look at that.
Take a right. Come on. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. Go right. We'll be right back there in 2 seconds. It's a good walk. It's a nice day. Come on. Let's go.
Bitch ass. Walk away.
Move forward on a line. Sir, can you keep your finger long on the trigger, please? I know, can you keep it long and away from it? That's the best way to carry it. It's the safest way to carry it. I teach a firearms class. You can come if you want.
Where's that?
Yeah, I want to trust him. Let's go. Moving forward. Stay on line.
Y'all said you're taking these terroristic threats.
Let's go.
Terroristic threats.
Just like Call of Duty. Keep your finger on it. Let's go. Just circle around. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go. Thank you for exercising your amendments. Let's go.
Look, my man.
Let's go.
Yeah, come on.
And if you all go, if you're parked back there, you take a right here or right again. Let's go.
That's right, young lady. That's right.
Let's go, friends. Come on, friends. Let's go.
Come on, man. It's not worth it. Why are you over there?
All right, hold here. Go. Go down to the next officers. The next officers.
Let's go.
Let's go, man. Bro, come on.
Bro, it's not worth it.
That's fine. I'm going over there too. I will go around. That's fine. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go.
Out my fucking city. Don't come the fuck back, bitches.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Come on, get the fuck out.
Let's go. It's all right, man.
Look at him. It's so hard. It's so hard. One man pumped them all the fuck out. Bitches, get the fuck out my city. We don't want y'all here. Get the fuck out.
They got it. They got the message. Hey, man.
Yes, sir. You can go this way and left. You can go right. All those lead to home.
I do go towards all white people. Only with
Y'all don't have to go home. You can't stay here. Let's go.
Go home, racist. What area is closed?
Everything behind my men.
From where to where?
You go down this street.
This street.
Yeah, this street is closed right now. You can get everybody out. They're open it up. SEC and the ACC are afraid of Ohio State. Everybody's afraid of Ohio State. Y'all head that way.
Retreat. Retreat. General Lee called the retreat.
Call the Big Ten.
Retreat. Retreat.
Yeah!
Retreat.
They don't want you. Your own people don't want you.
Look at that, people.
Look out of here.
One of people.
I see you, police officer. I see you, police officer.
You actually parked back up there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to make our way back on the road. Man,
That was fucking surreal.
come over here
That
and
was
fucking
weird.
lick my nuts. You worried about us. Worry about your damn self.
We don't want you here. Go home. Get on your phone and go home.
Listen to me. Yeah, you call them when you need them, don't you? But then you want to defund them.
They got the gang using the gang over there.
Go in your house.
I'm just saying.
Is that kind of being racist to her calling us racist because she don't fucking know who we are? We ain't racist folks. That's what I'm saying. Looks like this is a parking area back here for the church. That's where you're going to be located. The other side of the church.
Speak English, I can't understand you. Fuck you.
Gotta end it with the Black Power salute, which is they're different than a Nazi salute, in my opinion.
Bring your black ass over here.
Yeah, they're all fascists. They're all fucking Nazis.
And commies.
Communists.
They're all both.
Oh, you got your hat back.
He's triggered.
Oh, okay.
He's triggered.
Oh, yeah, you got
So what's going on right now is that the riot police basically split the crowd in two. I think probably about 2/3 of the crowd went the opposite direction that I did. I'm with what I guess is left of the third of the crowd that went this way. The most weird thing about it was that on this side there ended up being a Antifa guy clad in black bloc with a shotgun without a strap, so he's holding it just kind of in his hand. I'm still looking at him, you know, a block away. But, you know, he was sort of being confrontational with the police who were, you know, kind of making fun of him more than anything else. So anyway, the police sent the the people on the right who are on this side, kind of on this loop path, and then push the remaining leftists the opposite direction. So what you're looking at, I guess, is the Georgia 3% security force circling back kind of into the original kind of area of action to get back to their cars.
Y'all ain't here, but I'm gonna tell you, man, fucking 12 of us. 12 of us. 8 now. 12 of us. Just fucking 300. Police bugged out. 12 of us against 300. We stood our ground. We're strong. Not for any racist shit, not for any, none of that shit. Because we're free. We're free to see what's going on in our state. We love our state. But this is what it is. This is what it comes down to. Look at the match. Big guns up on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Go! Go!
Alright, intermission. Turn to the base. Here's something God bless, man. Get out here, check it out, www.NFAC.com.
bus and that van falling in.
Ain't gonna let us
go through there, okay?
No, they ain't gonna let us go through there.
No, we gotta take a left.
Watch your gate.
Still working.
Mr. Hill, do you want to give me one final act or action? I think this is going to be kind of it for me here. The police moved in. Everything kind of changed when that happened. What did you see?
First, I was here wondering, ma'am.
Are you out here, man?
Yeah, we're going to the car.
She just needs to turn around.
Oh, we.
You can turn around right here. Don't come down here.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So initially we were right here on the other side of this train station, and we were outnumbered about 300 to 10. And
I think the officer's trying to. Whatever.
all right, we were outnumbered about 300 to 10. So we tried to put our backs to the police cars and then form a semicircle so that we wouldn't have anybody, creeping up behind us. They were trying to flank us and get to our back. But as soon as we got in that semicircle, the cops jumped in the cars and hauled ass. So as soon as the cops left, that's when the shit went crazy. And that's when it started with piss bottles, started with brandishing of weapons and firearms, pushing, shoving, pepper spraying, and so we tactically had to move back a little bit and regroup and get some cover. So we backed up to a building and we had the high ground, and I felt it was a lot more comfortable with our backs to the wall and having a 360-degree security and having elevated position. Mm-hmm. So I felt good about that. On the flip side, our teamwork individually, we got to do a better job of maintaining team integrity. We did a good job when they tried to bust through our ranks, and we didn't allow them to come in between us and get in behind us. But when you're 300 against 12, you can imagine how difficult that is, and it was extraordinarily difficult. So we're utilizing verbal commands. Let's tactical retreat. Fall back to the building, and once we were there, that's when the firearms come out of the hip. And as you can see from that point on, people with shotguns, rifles, talking about killing people. That's assault.
Yeah, I was seeing you put your hand on your pistol. Tell me about that at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I've been walking around with my hand on my pistol every time I see a threat, and that dude with the shotgun was toggling his shotgun on and off a safe. So he took his shotgun off a safe, and all he had to do was raise it and engage. So I was prepared to defend my life and defend the lives of the people around me, and he was one of several different threats. And it's kind of interesting that we're having a kind of a conversation on the spot with the police. They're saying back up, go around the corner, and go back to your vehicles, and you're doing so with your hand on your pistol because the asshole with the shotgun is standing 6 feet away. But I had a good line of sight, and you know, he was. A lot of times it's all talk, so I get it, but I'm not going to take it for granted. I'm not going to assume that the fucker isn't going to follow through. I'm sorry, he's not going to follow through with his terroristic threats. So when that's the sermon that I'm preaching today, is that we came out here to observe, and we came out here to basically stand in defense of people that want to preserve Stone Mountain, want to preserve, you know, Southern heritage, and try to, you know, where we can, you know, let people know it ain't about, it ain't hate, it ain't racism, which that's all you hear. They don't want to talk, they don't want to have dialogue. To them, you're white, you're armed, you're racist, you're white supremacist, and you just got to work with that, and that ain't a lot. You know, we're starting with nothing to work with, and that's just symptomatic of you know, bigger problem that people have. They can't freaking rack their brains and you know, ask a few questions. All you had to do is ask a question. Are we white supremacists? Are we racist? No. End of story. You know, but I did see you know, somebody break out a Nazi flag, and that immediately changed my whole demeanor. Initially I was like,
on the
hey,
right-wing side? Like a right-winger?
Yes.
Pulled out an actual swastika
He
flag?
pulled out an actual Nazi flag, and at that point, you know, first I was like, hey man, you know, just stay close to us, man. I don't want to see him getting, you know, sucker punched or anything like that. And so that's the way you know, we were doing it. And then when things kind of calmed down, he took a seat, pulled out a Nazi flag. And then I'm like, hey Chris, did you see that? I'm like, oh shit, nah. And then, you know, of course there's some independent journalists on spot. You know, what do you think about that? Well, that changes everything. I mean, on one side he has the right to you know, express himself and believe whatever he wants to believe. I don't give a shit, but I'm not there to protect that. I'm not here to defend any white supremacist rhetoric or any Nazi bullshit. That's not my gig. You can find somebody else to freaking defend that speech. I ain't the one. But they'll use that to lump us all in the same box. You know, say, well, see who you're with? No, that is not who we're with. That is not what we're about.
Sort of lastly, I saw a lot of violence before the police stepped in. And when the police did step in, they just pushed everyone in the same direction. I don't think I ever actually saw cops intervene in violence. I mean, what do you sort of think of that from a, you know, policing perspective? How did this go?
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to play armchair quarterback, but it seemed like, you know, it would have been kind of common sense to kind of divide instead of pushing both parties, you know, to the other side of the street. But again, I think that that response was a little delayed, especially judging by how it went from 9 o'clock this morning till about 12 o'clock this afternoon. We held our own, we stood our ground, and we were basically forced into a position where we didn't know if we were going to have to defend ourselves with deadly force or you know, try to de-escalate the situation. And God was with us, and God is good, and nobody got hurt. But you know, for that part, you know, prior to noon, and then, you know, after lunch, had to wash the piss, you know, off of our freaking gear and wash the piss off, and then you know, come back around to the other side, to the other corner, and it was much more violent for the second half, much more violence on the second half, and it's, you know, why, you know, I mean, you can boil it down, man. I mean, arguing over your favorite song, your favorite, you know, sports star. You know, people have, you know, you don't like this view of history, you don't like this view of history. Well, whose side wins? It's, you know, no side should trump the other side. And I mean, I don't understand why, you know, if they wanted to get out there and freaking, you know, talk it out, but they're not going to talk it out. You can't. I've said it a million times, man. I'm talking to you, you know, face to face, but you know, straight up, man. When you're in these situations, you can't talk. There's no reasoning. There's no logic. The only thing that's going to prevail is freaking aggressiveness, and a lot of times people get hurt, and that is why I'm here.
Right. Actually, I have one other question that I thought of. I saw that, so when I originally tweeted my interview with you, like the very first thing that I did basically today, I got a notification that the president of Moms Demand Action on gun violence retweeted it and called you a gun rights extremist. And then later she retweeted, I think, my live stream or something, but I only saw the notification for a second, talking about there's too many guns basically out here, that Stone Mountain couldn't stop the number of guns that came out here. What is your view of the way that the Second Amendment plays into events like this? What would be your message to her even?
Well, Moms Demand Action, they're a fascist organization. They want to shut down free speech. They want to disarm Americans, take away their constitutional rights to arm and defend themselves. And they're prevalent in states like Virginia, and where in Virginia, the anti-Second Amendment gun legislation is running rampant. I can go into a whole spiel of that, but the importance is this, man, is that you use the Second Amendment to protect the First Amendment. All right, you're free to say whatever you fucking want, and we should be there to protect free speech. But when you try to overcome one side with force and the threat of deadly force and assaulting, then you're no longer engaged in free speech. You're no longer engaged in peaceful protest. You're engaged in terroristic criminal activity. I mean, if truth be known, if the cops were, if they're able to go back and look at all the video and go back and arrest people later and not turn them loose like they do in all the other liberal states and communities, there would be a mountain of people being arrested today for just, you like the Confederate flag? I hate the Confederate flag. Screw you, and just start fighting it out and pulling out guns and shit like that. That's not. We use our Second Amendment to protect ourselves from that mob mentality.
You feel strongly you were always in the right when you had your hand on your gun?
I feel absolutely 100% in the right. I'll defend myself, and it'll be a last resort. I didn't pepper spray anybody. I didn't punch anybody, and I didn't unholster my weapon, even though I was totally justified in doing so, probably for 3 or 4 hours.
All right, well, thank you, Chris Hill, for talking to me.
www.iiisecurityforce.com. Thank you.
All right, that was Chris Hill, the leader of the Georgia 3% Security Force, sort of a right-wing militia group in this state. He was actually the first person I interviewed upon getting here, and he was probably basically the first right-winger involved in the actual confrontations. So, in any event, I have a ton of footage to go through. I think I live streamed for a total of about 5 hours, only cutting briefly between 2 streams because it has a time limit of 4 hours per stream. So anyway, I'm going to cut the live stream here. Like, share, subscribe, check out my Patreon. And as well, if you're a news organization who wants to license footage that you saw in this or HD footage of almost anything that you saw in this live stream, reach out to me and I will have footage available for license. So thank you for watching.